Hi everyone, and welcome to the podcast with Chelsea Knight. I can't believe that I'm finally sat here and recording this. I feel like it's been a long time coming. There's been a lot of excuses, putting it off, always washing, school runs, something to do with the kids. Overall, not feeling good in myself. Weight, I want to lose a little bit more weight, or I don't like the way that I look, and all these things that just stop us from doing so much in life. But I thought, you know what, there's never ever going to be a perfect time, so I've just took the leap, and I'm just going for it, really. If you found this podcast, thank you so much for listening. Whether you're a mom, a dad, expected parent, or you've just come across this podcast from people sharing and liking, I appreciate you being here and taking the time to stop and listen. So thank you so much. So I want to start with who I am. So I'm Chelsea, and I have two amazing little girls, and they're my absolute world. I don't know if you can hear them in the background. They are making noise and giggling and being mischievous. Motherhood, it's amazing, but it's also one of the hardest jobs in the world. Nobody really prepares you for motherhood at all. People are going to tell you that you're tired. They're going to tell you that labour hurts. They're going to tell you enjoy every moment because it goes so fast. But nobody tells you about the emotional roller coaster that comes with motherhood. And nobody tells you how much you're going to question yourself and how much you're going to doubt yourself, or how your heart somehow ends up walking on the outside of your body. It's crazy. So that's what becoming a mom felt like for me. I remember before I had children thinking I'd definitely be one of those organised moms. I was going to meal prep. The house was always going to be spotless. My child would never eat anything bad. It was always going to be healthy food. They'd nap exactly when they were supposed to, and I'd keep on top of everything. Fast forward, I found raisins in my handbag. I found yogurt smeared into the carpet. I found nuggets in toy boxes, musty smells where I, for days, trying to figure out where these musty smells come from. She's giggling because she knows it's her with the nugget. I've reheated the same cup of coffee 4 times and end up just drinking it cold because I'm like, what is the point anymore? And I've left the house wearing 2 different types of socks, odd socks, and no matter how many times I vacuum, there's always going to be crumbs, just always. I just don't understand it. So I also wanted to do this podcast because social media can sometimes make motherhood look really polished, and I just don't think that's reality. You've got the beautiful matching outfits. I try my best with the girls, but I've spot teens, children smiling perfectly all the time. Everyone seems to just have their lives together. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to remember whether I've brushed my teeth before leaving the house, to be honest. And I know I'm not the only one, and I think that's why I've always loved hearing other mums just tell the truth. The real truth, the messy truth, the funny truth. I think one of the funniest things as well about becoming a mum is how much your standards change as well. I think before I had kids, if someone come over, I'd be panicking, like, oh, there's a cup in the sink and I've not washed up. Da, da, da. Now, if visitors can see the floor, I count that as a win. If everyone's eaten something vaguely nutritious, which even that's a struggle, that's a win. If everyone goes to bed alive, massive win. Massive win that we're all alive. Motherhood really, really humbles you. 1 minute you're convinced that you've got everything under control, the next you're negotiating with a 6-year-old about what shoes she's wearing. And it's just daily struggles. But I also never realised just how much mum guilt would become a part of everyday life too. Am I working too much? Am I not working enough? Am I spending enough quality time with them? Should we be doing more activities? Am I feeding them the right things? Am I too strict? Am I not strict enough? The list never ends. and it's absolutely exhausting. And please, if you listen to this while feeling exactly the same, you're not alone. I genuinely think every mom has those thoughts. Like, I definitely do. And I think one thing about motherhood that has taught me that perfection doesn't even exist. Our children don't need perfect moms. They need moms who love them, who apologise when they get things wrong, who laugh, who cuddle them, and keep showing up every single day. And you know what? That's enough. That is literally enough for our children. So I think one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast is because I'd love to build a little community. Somewhere we can laugh together, cry together, share stories, talk about things that nobody else seems to talk about, whether that's relationships, after children, trying to find yourself again, the sheer mental load, the pressure we put ourselves under, the funny things kids say, is never ending. Embarrassing parent moments, school life, tantrums, sleep, birth stories, or simply just surviving another week. Nothing is off limits. And I also want to bring guests on in the future as well. I've got lots of ideas in my head about things that I want to do as well. So I'd love to chat with other mums who have completely different experience, because no motherhood journey is ever the same. And I think that's really important to remember as well. I don't want this podcast to tell anyone how to parent. There are enough people doing that already. I simply want it to be somewhere that feels safe, somewhere that makes you smile, somewhere that reminds you that you're doing better than you think. If you're listening while you're driving, making dinner, walking the dog, doing the washing, or hiding in the bathroom for 5 minutes peace, I hope this feels like a friend sitting beside you having a chat, because that's exactly how I want every episode to feel. So, before I finish today's episode, I just wanted to say, if you've ever had an idea, you've kept putting it off because you're too scared, this is your sign. Please, because I really nearly didn't start this. I worried people were going to judge me, and I still have those worries now. Um, I'm still worried that nobody's going to listen. I'm worried that I sound silly. But then I realised if I waited until I felt completely confident, I'd probably never ever do it. So here I am. And if this reaches one person who feels a little less alone today, then pressing record was really worth it. So thank you for spending time with me. Honestly, thank you. I'd absolutely love it if you came over to all my different social platforms and said hello. Tell me where you're listening from. Tell me your funniest parenting story, or send me some topics that you'd love to cover in future episodes. That's something I'm really keen to hear all your opinions. And I just want this podcast to just be as much yours as it is mine, and I really want to build something special together. So yeah, next week we're going to start talking into more mum guilt, because I know this is something that I really suffer from. So that feeling that no matter what we do, every point feels like enough. And I think that's something almost every parent feels. And I can't wait to chat about it with you. So until then, look after yourself. Remember that you're doing better than you think. Give yourself a bit of grace. And if your coffee goes cold today, just know mine probably did too. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!